welcome Stan Silliman.
Hi, people. Okay, I want to get this out of the way. Caitlyn Jenner. I have no problem with Bruce Jenner transitioning to a female. The only problem I have is the name he chose. Caitlyn. Hard K, but he spells it with a C. He's being disloyal to the other Kardashians. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Those Kardashian sisters, Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, all their names begin with a K. Some people call them the KKK sisters. Who would ever think one day there'd be a group called KKK filled with black men? Who would? Last time I performed here, Pete Davidson finished the show, and we were comparing notes, and I realized I was 4 times his age. That was like a first for me. Okay, you guys had a chance to size me up, look me over. How many are shocked I'm still awake? I once fell asleep during a rectal examination. That's when they kicked me out of proctology school. Speaking of, I recently had one of those colonoscopies. Anybody else have the pleasure? No? Let me tell you, I haven't been penetrated that deeply since the last time I was abducted by aliens. Jose and Manuel. Kiddos, this might be my last go around. You might want to take pictures while you can. Some of you got those new iPhones. I'll stand in front of the D, then you get my name clear here, Stan. And some of you got the new iPhones? Did you notice that they waited until after Joan Rivers had died before they brought out the new iPhones? They were waiting for the plastics market to stabilize. Joan Rivers would have liked that joke. Come on, I used to write jokes for Joan. And Joan and I have a couple things in common. We're both Jewish, and we're both products of World War II. And during the war, my parents used to hide me in the basement from the Nazis. And I remember thinking, I'm so glad the Nazis never came to the panhandle of Oklahoma. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to stand behind that mic stand the whole night. I'm not here very often. I'm going to travel the entire stage. I'm going to go all the way from the west side to the east side. I'm going to pass by all the avenues. Yeah. I'm going to prowl this stage, and I'm not even black. That's right. Yeah. I did walk this whole stage. I walked this whole stage. I was worried I might get a cramp. And then I'd be known as the LeBron of comedy. Hey, that joke kills in Miami. Along with Glocks and bath salts, it does. It does that, yeah. People ask me why I still do this, why I'm still doing the comedy. I say, to make my wife laugh. No, seriously. I mean, my wife has a wonderful laugh and a brilliant smile, dazzling smile, but she's a tough crowd. She is a tough crowd, you know. She's got high standards, and I figure if I can make her laugh 2 or 3 times a day, I've done pretty good, and maybe I have done good because she stayed with me She stayed with me for 47 years. And people ask, what makes for a long marriage? I tell you, start off with a good honeymoon. Something that you can talk about the rest of your life. And we had our honeymoon night in Athens. And then we went to Paris. And then we drove to Rome. And then we drove to Austin because we were tired of hanging around East Texas. Do that there. Yeah. My wife likes to dance. She's in one of those line dance groups, and sometimes the songs she practices to are very, very catchy, and I find myself singing those songs, And lately she's been practicing to a song that goes like this: if you want to be happy the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. From my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. And I go around the house singing that song, singing, and she spots me. And she gives me one of those looks. You know what I'm talking about, one of those looks? And I say to her, don't worry, honey, I'm not that happy. No, not that happy. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, yeah, I did. Whoa, yeah. I went for the whole show. I didn't gift slap anybody. And I put the mic back in. That's a pretty good deal for an old guy. If there's any point to my act, it's old people like to have fun too. You know what I'm saying? Old people like to have fun too. I know there's a bunch of young people here, but your grandparents are still doing it. You think that gleam in Pappy's eye is just the sun bouncing off his cataracts? No. Have you ever walked into Nana's house and found her handcuffed to a walker? The title of that movie is Totally Gray, No Shades About It. You guys been laughing. I'm Stan Silliman. Thank you much.